Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday, the 5th of February 2022. Thanks for joining me. I had a lot of fun last time using 3 different decks for the daily reading, so I just want to do that again. I'm going to use the Phantasmagoric Theatre Tarot, the Tarot de la Nuit, and it's the last one, and the Law of Attraction Tarot. So let's see what the cards have to say about Saturday and what energy you'll be working with. So these are quite big. I'm just going to shuffle them once or twice and just pick one card. Here we go. So we've got the 7 of Swords. Okay. Kind of a striking image there. Then the next deck, I'm not even going to shuffle these. I'm just going to pick one. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. All right. And finally, the 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay, very interesting. So the 7 of Swords is really about asserting yourself and saying, you know, this affects me as well. So can I, one, be included in this conversation? Thank you very much. And second of all, what about my interests? And how am I going to come out smiling in this situation? So you're advocating for yourself very well. To an extent where it could be too much even. We'll have a look at that in a second. The 10 of Pentacles is about prosperity and your hopes and dreams coming true in the sense of you're abundant and you're fortunate in a practical sense, your environment, the people in your life, your finances. So by asserting yourself, you're putting yourself in a more solid position. And then finally, the 8 of Wands, when it's this way around, is news. Usually it's 8 Wands coming into the card. And in reverse, it means that an obstacle is removed, but it's information you're working with already that can help you progress. It's not the other way around. You're not waiting for some big piece of news to inform you. You're actually making the news, and yourself, the energy and the drive and the motivation comes from within. It's not based on some sort of news event that's hitting you unexpectedly. Interestingly, here we've got a whisk and some whipped cream. So it's about using your energy to get things moving and to change the nature of that substance then. So from what, liquid to kind of semi-firm fluff. Okay, so that's a much more practical take on the 8 of Wands. And that's contradictory to what I've just said with the reversal, because in this deck, the meaning is if you put in some elbow grease, as they used to say, I guess, then you can make transformation happen. And you don't need to rely on other people. It's you, your arm, the whisk, and the bowl. And that's what's going to make this happen. And that's exactly what I just said with the 8 of Wands in reverse, that it's based on what you're doing, you're self-generating kind of thing. But then if we're reversing the whisk, rather than the 8 Wands being pulled away, then we're saying put the whisk down, the work kind of does itself. If you see what I mean, it's getting a little complex here in terms of the reversal and the different decks. So I'm going to use this deck's meaning. So this way it says, make an effort and you can turn a cream into whipped cream. It's in reverse and it says, don't feel so responsible for every change that you want to make in life. Yes, it's important to advocate for yourself, to assert yourself, to take practical action, but the universe is also working with you. So certain good opportunities are coming your way where you don't have to work, where you're being presented something on a silver platter. The universe is going to gift you certain opportunities on this day in your existing circumstances. Oh, I see. That's okay. So it's not news. It's positive things in an area that you're already familiar with. And by focusing on that exclusively and creating a chunk of time in the day where you're working on something that you're really interested in or that influences you in terms of your bank balance or your home or relationships, personal and family relationships, and official. It's really the structures of your life. So if you need to organize your outgoings and your bank balance, it's a good time or a good day to focus on that and to improve the situation that already exists, your bank accounts and your direct debits and standing orders, and to change things so that you are taking control and that it becomes easier for you financially. It could also be if you're thinking of moving, then go online and look at different places or the area you want to move to and make a decision about that. The news of you moving then is based on the decision you make on this day, and ideally in the morning or afternoon. Sunlight hours when you're fresh and it's quiet and you have some time to contemplate your future. Yeah. If it's about job changes, yeah, look at that. Ask yourself, what do I want to be doing in future? Or even if you've already made that decision, go online and check what's being advertised as having, people looking for what you're trying to do. The pentacles can also be the body, so it's earth. So usually it's money, the body, your clothing, how you live, where you live. So it's all of those things. If you're trying to change that, and if you've had a dream of living in a different country or being in a particular job or living by the sea, so you have a beautiful view of the ocean every time you wake up. Focus really on those kind of dreams that you've got today. See what you can do about it, and then you will be generating news and transformation for yourself, and you're working to change your future. And it's totally based on what you want. So you're crystal clear on who you are and what you want. You're not waiting for anyone else's action or approval or permission or whatever it may be. So the Seven of Swords is often about theft, and it's about self-interest in the extreme, and it's saying, yeah, I'm going to steal these because I really like them. I'm not so concerned with the owners and what they're going to think of this stuff. And then rather than being remorseful, I'm going to grin and be really smug and pleased about my thievery and that I've got away with it. And obviously the card is saying, be warned that your own interests are a little extreme today and that you may cut corners. But then on the other side of things, sometimes you do need to have extreme self-interest to get through a tough situation. If you're on a pirate ship, you need to really ask yourself, how am I going to get off this boat? No one's going to help me. It's me against the world, and that's true. So you can use this to your advantage by avoiding extremes and by refusing to cut corners, and especially refusing to do anything that's underhanded or that you wouldn't be comfortable with on the front page of the newspaper and your granny reading it. Okay, so don't do anything underhanded. Use the resolve and the conviction and the drive to work on things in a practical sense that you want in future. The Ten of Pentacles is usually an older man sitting there in this castle, and he's got his children and his dogs and all the money flying around. And it's basically a man who's worked to realize everything he's ever wanted and dreamed of, ever. And here we've got a queen who's dreamt of having this beautiful adornment and this red string, which to me reminds me of, is it the Fates or the Muses in Greek mythology who've got someone's destiny and then they cut it I think it's the Fates. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So, but she's in a position where she's completely in control of her own destiny, especially as it relates to the physical world. So it's a great day for manifestation, really it is. If you've had the dream that you want to live let's just go back to living by the sea. You want to live in a palace by the sea, right? And that's a dream you've had since you were 2 years old. You've told, or 3, when you first became aware of what a palace is. And you told other people about it, and some people have been like, oh yeah, how nice. Other people have said, God, aren't you materialistic? Shouldn't you dream about something else? Other people would be like, oh yeah, that's amazing. I have that dream too. So different people will respond to your hopes and dreams based on their own, beliefs and values and whatever. And that's not the point. The point is that since you were 3 years old, you've wanted to live in a palace by the sea. And whether that's materialistic or not is irrelevant. It's something you want. And because you want it for a reason, that desire is there for some reason. It could be that once you have it, that, I don't know, your way of running the acre property is really good for the local wildlife, and there's a resurgence in local flora and fauna. Who knows? You know, you don't know if it would have a positive benefit. But basically, the card is saying you have permission to pursue whatever it is you want in life. And if other people don't approve, and if it's a non-mainstream dream, it really doesn't matter. It's yours. You're entitled to it. Run with it. Other people and their opinions and approval and yes or no is something you don't have to worry about today, thank goodness. You can make your own whipped cream here. You can sing your own special song, make your own special music, really, because you can manifest. You're confident enough to pursue even the wildest and weirdest dreams that you may not be comfortable with. This gives you this extreme sense of, I want it, therefore there must be a reason behind it, so I am willing to look and pursue and to walk this path and see where it leads me. So I have faith in the process, I have faith in myself. Number-wise, we've got 10 and 8 is 18, and 7 is 25. 2 and 5 is 7. 7 is the mind and creativity. So please get creative about what it is you want in a real sense. Sorry, I hesitated there because I just thought of something. I remember when I first, like years ago, I got into Nichiren Buddhism. It's where you chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo over and over, and you've got these beads that you rub together, and you go Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. And you were encouraged to really focus on physical, practical things. And I didn't like it because it was my will trying to manifest something, and that wasn't what I was looking for at the time. I was looking to get rid of my will, basically, and listen to what the universe has to say. So it's two different things. If I'm meditating and I'm saying, hey, universe, what do you want me to do with my life? Then I've got to listen, and my self-will is shut off, right? Because I'm trying to get instructions. This is like Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, because you're being asked to focus on what it is you want. Money, beautiful clothes, a great job, a beautiful house, whatever. And you're supposed to then use your self-will to manifest that and to be not actualizing, to be self-generated, to use these desires as your fuel and to drive off into your future. And so those are two different things, but it very much is about pushing and using your will to kind of manifest the things you do want in the world. And therefore, it's okay to have that self-interest and to clearly see what is it that I want on this day, to get creative about it with the 7. And the more creative and the more outside of the box you think, the better, because you'll be able to realize it in the here and now, because you're the same way as her, you're in charge of your own destiny. So the more outlandish, the better, because you have the confidence to actually see it through today. Yeah. You know, so if you've always wanted 15 dogs in your 3-bedroom flat without a balcony, and everyone you've told has said, have you lost your mind? It's going to be disgusting. But that's the dream you have, then that's your dream. Do it. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, scroll down a little bit until you get to the Book Your Readings button. Click on that to order your reading with me. I use astrology, the tarot, and numerology in my personal readings. By the way, I approved some of the reviews on the website earlier. And guys, thank you so much for the amazing reviews. I really appreciated reading those. Thank you, thank you. And the website, I still haven't updated that. It's been a while. I just haven't felt very settled where I've moved to. So I figured I'll leave the website until I make a decision about where I'm going to live. But I haven't hit that space yet. But I really do need to update it. The only thing that needs updating is really Gregory Scott. It says in Glastonbury, England. I'm not in Glastonbury, England. I'm in Austria, in Vienna, in Austria. And then I need to replace the 2 pictures of the well. So I'll look at that. But other than that, the website is same as always. So if you do want a reading with me, please head over there and order it with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.